Alright, this is some of my knife collection here that I've collected over the years. I'll just go through some of them, but the main focus on this video is going to be how to sharpen a knife. These are throwing knives made by a company called Sharper. It's right here by my thumb. You probably can't see that, but the knife is called Sharper. These are throwing knives, and they're really heavy, really nice weight to them, and they come in this little case. You can slide all these into the case like that, and they all stack on top of each other. And these are really nice knives, especially if you're a beginning thrower. They work really great, and they're nice and weighted, so they'll stick to just about anything. This is one of these Rambo type knives, and this is a really thin design, and it has a little ripcord on the grip here. It works out nice. I really like this. I use it quite a bit just for digging and doing just junk work. It's really not very practical, but it's really nice to throw in a pack, and at least you have a lot of power and leverage with that. Some of the other knives I have here, this is a Smith & Wesson HRT Special Ops type of knife. I got it Big 5. Big 5 throws a lot of good deals on knives, so I usually pick them up there. And this is a Damascus. You can see that on the blade. It's Damascus blade made by Smith & Wesson, and this thing holds a really nice edge. Most of these knife blades are stainless steel. This is an old Charade with a bone handle with an old collage of like a moose or a couple moose in a field or something, and yeah, it's my parrot. Anyway, back to the video here. Some more Big 5 knives. Got a Gerber knife here, stainless steel. This is really nice and practical with a nice clip on it. And some other small Gerbers. These things hold razor sharp edges. Great little knives. Frost Cutlery, a little liquor store $5 knife. I got in Nebraska, I think. This is another Smith & Wesson. It's called a Cutting Horse. Real nice knife, has a serration to it, real light, aluminum frame. I really like that one a lot. This is the Gerber Model 450. This is a nice knife too, has real well balanced, has a nice clip, stainless steel. I've carried this one for years. This is a Spyderco. Spydercos, if you don't know a lot about them, they're made in Japan. They're one of the best knives I've ever seen for the money. This is extremely light with a polymer frame. Same material they make the Glock handles and frames out of. So it's not plastic, it's actually polymer, so it's almost indestructible. Extremely light. This is called the Rescue 911, and the serration here will cut soda cans or tree branches or whatever you want. It's a great knife. This here is a company called Coast. In this package here, it's velcroed, and it comes with 3 different blades, skinning knife, fillet knife, and a serrated knife for cutting bone and sinew and whatnot. This has a little clasp on the handle. The handle opens up here, and then from there the blade dumps out, and then you can swap out blades with the other knives. Really useful, nice and functional there. Some of the other knives I want to talk to you about is skinning knives. In skinning knives, they make a lot of different types. Some that have a blood groove, some that are tipped, some that are shaped like Bowie knives. This is a traditional style skinning knife made by Charade Company. It's called an old timer. Really nice knife, but the blade's extremely thick and heavy, which means it'll probably last forever. But unfortunately, a knife like that doesn't get very sharp. This one here I got at Christmas time in a gift pack. Probably cost me $8. This is made by Winchester Company here. And this is an extremely sharp knife, really well balanced, good made knife for a couple bucks. It's really decent. Like that quite a bit. And these are just some $1.99 drugstore knives that I picked up at the gas station here and there. And these things can really hold an edge if you know how to sharpen them. So they're actually not trash. It's a throwaway knife, of course, but you can skin a fish with it. You can do anything with these knives. They're really made cheap and crappy, but their blade will hold an excellent edge. This is made by Frost Cutlery. It has a little eagle in the handle here as their insignia trademark. and you can pick these up anywhere. And I'm going to show you a couple different knives here when I sharpen them. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way, change camera angle. And what I'm going to show you here is, this is called a whetstone. And on the whetstone, what you do is you put some oil on it, and then you can start sharpening your knife. I'm going to have my wife get a light here so you can see a little better. And on the whetstone here, when you start sharpening a knife, the proper way to do it is to hold the blade at just about a 30-degree angle and pretend that you're shaving off a thin piece of the stone. Pull it back towards you, and as you do this, you're going to see oil start to build up on the blade, and that'll give you a good indication that you're actually sharpening it correctly. So try not to cut your fingers. If you have one of those cutlery gloves or steel mesh gloves, use it. I don't recommend a stone this small, but it's great in a pack, and you can always have it to sharpen your knives. Apply a decent amount of pressure, move back and forth, 30-degree angle, and what you're trying to do is shave off a thin piece of the stone. Pretend that you're shaving off a thin piece of the stone every time you do it. It makes a specific sound, and all I'm trying to do is get the whole blade by pushing and pulling at a 30-degree angle. That'll give you a really nice sharp edge. Very, very sharp. What I found that works just as good as this whetstone, if not better, is this. This is made by a company called Echo. I don't know if you can see that. EKCO, and what it is a whole bunch of little steel washers in here. This thing works incredibly well at sharpening knives. I've used these type of knife sharpeners before. Most of them are junk. They really don't work. The ceramic ones, I've never found one that worked. There's one by Benchmade I heard that works exceptionally well, but you can find these on eBay, you can find these all over the internet, and it's amazing. I mean, literally amazing how sharp this will get your knife here. And so it's a good idea sometimes to use the whetstone that I have right here and get your knife as sharp as you can, and then from your whetstone to move over to this product. And like I said, this knife in my hands here, I think I paid $8 in a gift set from Walmart. Very cheap knife, but it's well made, and it's going to last a long time. And the way I judge a knife is how well it'll hold an edge, and that's the true quality of a knife, will hold an edge. And like I said, even if it's a 99-cent drugstore knife, this one's broken in the back. It's pretty much junk. It's cost about $1. But with this great little sharpening system here, it'll also hold a great edge. So I sharpened this little one earlier, and it's not as sharp as I'd like it to be, but it's pretty amazing. So I'm going to show you right here these two knives, and I'm going to show you how sharp these things get on my hand here. I'm going to try to shave some of my hair off here in this section of my hand with this knife and show you how sharp these things get without cutting myself here, if I can help it. Now if you look on the knife, I don't know if you can see that at all, but I'll show you my finger here. It's actually shaving the hairs off of my arm, so this little cheap Winchester gets sharp as a razor blade. Now this knife right here, you can see is clean. I have nothing on my fingers. This little 99-cent knife does the same exact thing. I'm going to use my left hand to do this. Hope I don't cut myself here. But I gotta see if I can get a little away from the grain here. And you can see all those hairs on that knife, but this knife here really is amazing. And I'll show you right here on my hands here that I'm about to pick up, put in my hand. That's all hair that I shaved off with a 99-cent knife. So the key isn't really how much you spend on a knife. The key really is how you sharpen it. That's it.